July 4th, 2020. In dreams, I was shown how there was struggle of power within the camps. Men and women were possessed, and among them secretly opened this because they did not surrender to God in a matter of character, were used to undermine and destroy the faith of those who sought the Lord with all their hearts. I saw men who professed faith in God come in and wanted to destroy the real faith because their appearance of piety was just that, an appearance. I saw how many resisted these attacks, but many were undermined. The scene changed, and I saw a camp that was receiving people. These who arrived were not pioneers of said movement, but they acted as such and did not realize that they were there by God's providence, and because the pioneers of the place where they were received allowed themselves to be used by Him. I was let know that those they received must humble their will before God and not create fatigue for the one who welcomed them. Everyone must walk in the teacher's footsteps. It was let me know that there are trees with ripe fruit, and there are grass with abundant stalk, and plants that appear to be dead because of their brown color, but dew fell on them, and greenery appeared on them. All these are the paths of the eternal, and the different facets of those whom the Holy Spirit prepared and prepares for the hour of crisis that is before us. The trees with fruits already ripe for this final stage are on alert and in constant consecration since 2001. I was let know. Then another category of trees with ripe fruit entered in 2015, and those whose fruit ripened under divine inspiration by the power of the Holy Spirit will shine like stars for perpetual eternity as they cast their lot with God. They have been mistreated and vituperated, but the Lord has delivered them from all of them. Then he paused and continued saying, but still something was missing, something to do. Then I decided to raise my voice in the people so that the grass would strengthen and throw root and give more abundant seed under the pure and organic matter of the trees that released their fruits in all directions. These fruits fell and rolled to many. They went to many destinations, and I made them reach many waters in 2017, those creating love for the fruit in some and rejection in many. Some, I was told, got closer to the tree with fruit out of emotion, others out of curiosity, others out of fear, and a small company out of conviction. All were appealed to their hearts. They were all like this, by the Holy Spirit impacted, but they put their desires and whims before it is written. They rejected the call and the pact of real peace that Prince Emmanuel made them. Some fruits reached many places, and many did not know what it was, but the Lord let them know in their own understanding the benefits of that beautiful fruit that was in their hands. I saw that many pretended holiness, but at the slightest conflict their hearts denied God. I also saw that some hid to be what they really are and not be seen by the human eyes, but they did not see that the divine eye was seeing them. Others, standing on the ground of trees, struggled so that the norm of the tree would lower and that it would bear fruit and ripen at their time. I saw that this should not be and cannot be like that. A tree will never be grass nor plant with a little green. I was also let to know that the knowledgeable of this wonderful message and that today is a tree with fruit was raised and cared for by the eternal entities, and today, in times of crisis, is directed to green pastures and calm waters because it is anchored on the rocks and their roots drink directly from the water of life. I saw that there will no longer be another category of trees, but that these already exist and are there to assist with their shade, water, and fruit to the stocked green grass and the plant that under its shelter will have great greenery. I saw that heaven looks at this process with attention and that no moral governs it. I saw that men make plans and do not realize the eternal plan. I saw others who do not desire the Lord to come because their plans have not yet been finalized. I was allowed to know that we are in the prelude to the imminent final stage, and human reasoning will not be worth anything before it is written. All the previously knowledgeable have had a choice in their lives that have transformed them into what they are now, and they struggle to be of another category, but this is not their job. His job is to thank God for being even under his bad or late decisions, grass, or having something green and being taken into account by the eternal. Then he asked a question. Can the ant beat the elephant or the turtle catch the hare? In no way, he answered. But each one is an important part in the ecosystem. It was let me know that each camp is an ecosystem with trees, grass, and plants with greenery, and there should be no war for power, but that each one should be in gratitude and in heavenly harmony. No matter how much grass grows, it will never be a tree, I was let know. And no matter how much a tree is cut, it will never be grass. Those the vine will never be grass and can only climb the tree, but will never become like it. So I said, Lord, why? He told me, their nature is different, but all under the power of the Holy Spirit will be able to bear fruit. The tree bears fruit, and they fall and roll, they scatter. The grass with seed, the wind comes, blows, and scatters it. The vine bears fruit, and it falls and scatters. All drinking from the same source will bear fruit in due season. So then, beloved, the scene changed, and I saw a very large tree planted. It had very tall grass under its foliage, and a great vine that climbed and covered it, and the fruits of the tree it suffocated and devoured them, and some that fell were caught by the grass, and it would not let them run. So I asked, why this? They're all green, the tree, the grass, and the vine. It was let me know, the tree that bears good fruit and gives shelter, and its roots are in deep waters, for all around it, it brings water. But it does not allow any plant to go beyond its space and cover it, because that way it would be left without fruit. Then, to avoid this, he distills enzymes so that his imminent oppressor moves away and respects his space. If this is not the case, the grass rises and does not give seed because it does not feel the need to reproduce and only lives on the tree, and thus it confirms, and the vine rises and puts its tentacles in each place that will grow fruit and devour them. This destroys the ecosystem. A tree bears fruit and must fall and roll. The grass must bear fruit and fly. And the vine must bear fruit and be harvested. Because whoever is in me bears much and good fruit. Do not be deceived, because God cannot be mocked. Beloved, here I woke up. May the peace of the Lord be with each one of you, is my wish and prayer.